Okay, here is our buckwheat field. And so when I get up in the morning or when I look out my backyard all day, this is what I see. And so what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to perpetuate the buckwheat so the buckwheat can help amend the soil, because the soil has been commercially farmed for at least 100 years, if not more than that. And so what we're wanting to do is get the soil back up to a decent condition so then we can do stuff to it in the future, like garlic or whatever. And so what I'm doing now is I'm coming over here and hold on. Okay, here is our new gate that we put in over the winter, which is in the middle of our fence area. And then we have our little weather gauge right there. But the main thing is, just about in the center between this post and this post is the almost dead center on the field when you look left to right. And so what I want to do is I want to go out here into the middle of the field and see what the buckwheat field looks like from inside the middle of the field. The reason I want to do this is because I'm going to be mowing this with the brush hog here fairly quickly, so then I can get all the weeds that are coming up down, and hopefully the buckwheat can grow again. And then the other thing is, I think these broader leaves here are peanuts. I think those are the peanut plants. The farmer, when he farmed last year, farmed peanuts. And before the buckwheat started taking over, there were actually peanut plants growing here, because obviously he didn't get 100% of them last year. So let me go out in the middle of the field and then come back. All right, that was a horrible idea. I got about 10 feet in and there were still hundreds of bees all over the place. So evidently I'm not doing that, at least this time of day. So I will try to do it more this evening. So I will wait and I guess do this later. Okay, try 2. 6.5 hours later and an inch of a rain later. I'm going to try to go into the field again. Hopefully there's less bees this time. It's 7:30 this time and it was 1 o'clock when I tried earlier. So hopefully this will work out better. Okay, I'm going to call this about halfway. And so let's do a little pin shot here. And I'm anticipating that within the next couple of years, that little opening right there is going to be closed, because it's not going to be cultivated anymore. They weren't cultivating for farming. They were cultivating to have it as an access. All right, so the other reason why I wanted to come out here is see what the actual buckwheat look like. All right, hopefully I can zoom in on this. Okay, the buckwheat looks dark color. Dark color means that it's ready to be harvested. There we go. All these whiter leaves here, I think that's all peanuts. So there's a ton of peanuts in here along with the buckwheat. So even though we're in the center here, all this looks good. You can see a little bit of my path that I came through. So let's go back. So you can see how tall the buckwheat is. Holding the camera about 4 feet right now. So some of the buckwheat is over 3 feet tall. Most of it is probably between 2 and 3 feet tall. So I'm going to call this good. Looking around here. And so, yeah, considering we broadcast spread this, we broadcast spread it about 2 weeks after it was cultivated last, and we broadcast it after it had rained, after it was cultivated. I'm thinking that the buckwheat did a pretty good job out of all this. I mean, the fact that there's more buckwheat and peanuts than there is anything else, I will call that a good thing. Now the farmer, when he commercially farmed the peanuts, he would come in every few weeks and spray, I think it was fungicide, on the field. And so we obviously have not sprayed any fungicide because one, we're going for no herbicide, no fungicide, no insecticide, and two, I don't know what he sprayed to begin with, but we're not planning on harvesting the peanuts anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I've had the chicken tractor out all day, and so sisters partook in the chicken tractor before it rained, and they're especially out here right now since it's rained because more bugs have come out. So this area over here, the grass in here was getting so tall, it was almost to the height of the chickens, and in about a day or two they pretty much have been able to trample it back down, because I told them that if they weren't doing their job properly, that I'll have to come in here and weed eat it or something, but it looks like they're doing their jobs. So how many of them are actually out here? All right, so 10 out of the 15 are out here. Celine Dion is broody. There's the rooster. And then you got Special K and Rose and Pamela are also in there. So anyway, it's not a chicken video, but figure while I was over there. So anyway, I think I'm going to start going ahead and start brush hogging this because of the bees. And obviously the bees are still in here in the daytime. I'm going to have to do it in the evening. So this will probably not be done in one day. I'm estimating, even at full speed with the tractor, which is going to be about at 5 miles an hour, it's going to take 3 hours to brush hog this thing. I will probably not be going that fast because I'm going to be interested in more of a better cut than I am a quick cut. So if I have to do it over a course of a few days, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not really doing anything else with the tractor at this very moment, so the brush hog can stay on for a little bit. So anyway, that's my field of dreams, and hopefully in a week or so it'll be a field of brush brush hogged dreams.